All right, this is question number 2 from June 2000 and June 2017. So this is June 2017, and this is question number 2. The first step says factorize the following expressions completely. All right, the first step in any factorization is to see if there is a common factor. And looking at this, the highest number that can go into both 6 and 18 is 6. So you put 6 outside the bracket. Y is also common, and you use the y with the lowest power. So 6y is the highest common factor of the two terms in this expression. Then you're going to divide the terms in expression by the HCF. Now 6y into 6y squared is y, minus 6 into 18 is 3, and y into xy is x. So I'll just factorize that. 4m squared minus 1 is the difference of two squares, and this is how we factorize the difference of two squares. We ask ourselves, what multiplied by itself gives us 4m squared, and the answer for that is 2m, so you put a 2m here and 2m here. Then you ask, what multiplied by itself gives you 1, and the answer for that is 1. You put a 1 in both brackets, you put a plus here and a minus here. Alright, let's have a look at the third expression to factorize. Third expression to factorize is a quadratic expression. And the first thing I would do is I would find AC. So using the AC method, ABC method, find AC. A is the t coefficient, and C is the constant term. So this is 2 times minus 2, and the answer here is minus 4. Now B is equal to minus 3. Now how do we factorize a quadratic expression? To factorize a quadratic expression, we split the middle term and factorize by grouping. To split the middle term, I need to find two numbers. When I multiply these two numbers, I get minus 4. And when I add the same two numbers, I'm going to get a negative 3. Now, the only way you can multiply two numbers and get minus 4 is if one of the two numbers is negative and one is positive. Additionally, if AC is negative, the sign of B is the sign of the larger number. So I'm looking for two numbers that multiply together to give me negative 4, and the larger number of the two has to be negative. Now, the two numbers that multiply together to give me minus 4, and when I add them together I get minus 3, are minus 4 and positive 1. So I'm going to use those two numbers to split the middle term into 2t squared minus 4t plus t minus 2. Now I'm going to factorize by grouping, looking at the first two terms, and notice that 2t is common. 2t into 2t squared is t, minus 2t into 4t is 2. Whatever sign is here, you put it back, so let's put back the plus. And the highest common factor of t and minus 1 is minus 2 is 1. And you're going to write t minus 2. Now, common to both sides of this expression is t minus 2. So you're going to put t minus 2 outside of a bracket. And in the next bracket, you're going to put 2t plus 1. All right. Next. So next we're asked to write as a single fraction and simplify 5p plus 2 over 3 minus 3p minus 1 over 4. The first thing I would do is I would put these in brackets. Then Once you're adding or subtracting fractions and the denominators are different, you must find the LCM. The LCM here is 12. 3 into 12 goes 4 times, so it's 4 times the numerator, which is 5p plus 2, minus 4 into 12 goes 3 times, so it's 3 times the numerator, which is 3p minus 1. Next, I'm going to simplify the top by first removing the brackets by applying distributive law. Distributive law, so whatever is in the bracket is multiplied by what is immediately outside the bracket. So 4 5s, I would have 20p plus 2, 4 times 2 is 8, minus 3 3s, I have 9p. So this is 9p, and negative times a negative is a positive. 3 1s are 3. And this is all over 12. Next, I would group like terms. So I'm going to have 20p minus 9p plus 8 plus 3, and this is all over 12. And lastly, I would simplify to get 11p plus 8 plus 3 is 11. So it's 11p plus 11 all over 12. All right. Next is the 2C. It says a formula is given as d is equal to the square root of 4h over 5. Determine the value of d when h is equal to 29. So d is equal to the square root of 4h over 5. And then when h is equal to 29, d would be equal to the square root of 4 times 29 over 5. So d would be equal to, so we could just put that entire thing in the calculator and press equal. So square root 4 times 29 divide by 5. Alright, so the calculator is saying that this is 4.8223 significant figure. Alright, next we're asked to make h the subject of the formula. Alright, so let's make h the subject of the formula. First we have d is equal to the square root of 4h over 5. Alright, so let's get rid of the square root sign by squaring both sides. So if I square both sides, I'm going to end up with d squared is equal to 4h over 5. So I'm going to put this d squared over 1. If I have one fraction is equal to one fraction, one way to get rid of the fraction is to cross multiply. So 1 times 4h is 4h is equal to 5 times d squared. Alright, then I'm going to divide both sides by 4. And I'm going to end up with h is equal to 5d squared over 4. Alright, so I think that's the end of the question.